What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Greg. Greg, Dope Living TV Live. Check this out. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. These are mine. Mine. Excuse me. Had me some really good food. So, today we're talking about trust. Can you trust your mate or the person that you chose to be your mate? Can you trust them in a relationship? Can you survive a long distance relationship? What are the signs when something just ain't right? Keep sweating, dude. Something just ain't right. Did he find out the answer though? Don't know. Not my business. All right. But we are going to discuss trust in a relationship. Is there such thing? Women cheat just as much as men cheat these days. You know, how do you know, number one, that you got the right person that's not going to do you dirty? Number two, how do you know that that person is that person for you? I mean, we have to, I guess right off the bat, we have to start trusting at some point. We don't want to end up alone by ourselves or whatever, right? But what happens when that trust, that lack of trust is revealed? You know, you're heartbroken, you're messed up, so we just want to make sure that we cover some ground rules, cover bases on this trust thing. Does the phone always go to voicemail? Does the phone always go to voicemail? We're gonna find out. I mean, we're not gonna find out if your phone goes to voicemail, but we're gonna find out some do's and don'ts, some signs of mistrust in a relationship. Greg, why aren't we talking about a trusting relationship? Because we're not. Okay. Having said that, y'all welcome my friend Jocelyn Kelly to the show. What's up, Jay?
Just jumping on real quick to
we're glad. Hey, this lady's so busy, y'all. It's ridiculous. All right. So when we get a chance to talk, period. I mean, not just on here, but talk, period. It's a beautiful thing. Everything's going okay though, right?
Won't complain a bit.
Yeah. Saw you on that live there, man.
What live?
I'm trying to say it without having to say anything, but the one with Damon John and all of that.
Oh, the picture of it. Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
Yeah, of course it was. All right.
Yeah.
But today, man,
very authentic brother.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And I've already told my story about Damon John. I think Damon John has touched a lot of people's lives. Okay, but even way back then when he was kind of a little chunky with curly hair, and doing the FUBU brand, that's when I met him, and he's a good brother. He's a good brother.
Yep. No doubt.
He's direct now. He's very direct because he knows exactly. If you can say that about anybody, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Oh yeah. He. Oh well, let me tell you, when he opened up the call, it was so cute. He's like, "Now we're gonna start off with Jocelyn, and this amazing eyewear." And I was like, "Speaking of," I said, "I'm not here for that, but I just thought I'd drop a dime that would be the move for 2021." And he just sat there. He was like, "Yeah, let's go."
Understand you didn't put it in the atmosphere, and I would like to say I'm like that too. You put it in the atmosphere. If it's something that I can do that's gonna make it happen, it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And you already have his attention, so just like back in the day, and I'll say it briefly. I had an interview with LL Cool J when I was doing my show. LL thought I was the funniest thing alive at that time. All right. And he said, "Hey man, I'm gonna hook you up with this brother, man. And that's all I'm gonna say about that." So,
well, I'm gonna say about it. Things don't just happen; they happen just.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But I'm trying to help the people out right now.
Okay.
I don't know if I can help them. I don't even know if you can help them. But, we got to go from the benefit of experience. And so people, like I always tell everybody, we have a diverse group of people that are on this show that have different backgrounds, different successes, different failures, but all we can do is tell you ours. If you
Mm,
learn from it, that's cool. If
mhm,
you don't, no
mhm.
skin off our backs. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say it. I can't sugarcoat it. No skin off our backs. We're still gonna keep going, and hopefully you learn something though. Having said,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
hi, Miss Nikki.
Nikki.
Hey,
She
how you
always
doing?
laughs.
Hey, mama.
Always laughs.
Hey.
So, Jonathan, we're talking today about trust in a relationship.
Mhm,
Long distance relationships. Can you trust in a long distance relationship? What happens when you call that man and it just always goes straight to the voicemail? I'm sorry, straight to the voicemail. So I guess that happens even when you're close. But you know, in a long distance relationship, I would imagine that it's you're supposed to be able to since you can't be there. And these phones now, we got FaceTime, we got Google Duo, we got all of this stuff. You should be able to see each other at will. But I know a lot of people that it just ain't happening like that.
mhm.
Just saying. What about you, Nikki?
Ooh. um, I would say it probably would be a problem if the person didn't answer, But I feel like trust is the key. You have to trust, and I know everybody's situation is messed up because they have lost so much trust in someone. But I would say that it would be hard basically to trust a person and they're not really answering in this long distance. But then again, they could be busy, or then again, they could be in a whole nother relationship with somebody on the other side of that phone. Something is going on. So it would be kind of hard to trust that person, and it's a long distance relationship. But at the same time, um, I could say it's okay to trust that person, you know?
Okay, you can have it both ways, though.
Yeah, basically.
No, basically, you can have it both ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which side you gonna be on? Because see, I'm gonna tell you this. I've been in long distance relationships, um, and as honest as I think I am, if I don't call, because it only takes a second to send a text and say, "Hey, I'm thinking about you." You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
if I don't do that, I don't call. I don't acknowledge the fact that okay, you're there and I'm here, and 2 3 days go by. It's not fair to that, and I'm speaking for me. It's not fair to that woman that she has to sit up here and wait and wonder what you're doing. Okay, that's what puts the doubt of suspicion
I
into the.
think that's where my problem be. I'm gonna say, for example, when I try to get to know people, it sucks actually that my trust is so fucked up because both of my kids' father. But like I said, life goes on, and I know something better out there for me, and I can always just jump the gun, think something negative. I have to give a person a chance first, to just so I won't really assume that something is going on. But
Absolutely.
that's
I
one
mean,
thing. But that's one thing I really don't like. Like me, outside person, I like to communicate a lot with people, and when you don't communicate back and you just sit there and knowing that I'm texting you, I'm calling you, and you're not responding back, that's a problem. Like something is going on, and then it's like I don't even hear from you, or say if the person didn't text you or call you, and you end up having to be the one that always call, always having to be the one that texts, and that always sometimes be me, and I'm like it's 50-50. I
that
ain't gonna trip if
sound
the
like my
person
whole
is busy.
relationship.
They have a life. They got things to do. They work. So that's fine. I have no problem with that. But just not hearing from the person, just for that whole day or the next day bothers me. Cause I'm like, okay, well, what the hell going on? You know?
Well, again, I know I can only speak for Greg. I was working so much, and by the time it came time for me to call, and this is the excuse I gave because that's what it is. It's an excuse. By the time it came time for me to call, I'm too tired. I fell asleep. Something else came up. Or what came up? Then that's where you start being aloof. Well, why are you asking me what came up? Why this? Why? We're so stupid. And I'm speaking on men. We're so stupid. We're just stupid. Because the easiest thing in the world, number one, is to tell the truth. All right. And number two is to acknowledge the woman that you chose to be your woman. Acknowledge her. It doesn't take much, Like I said, a little text, a saying that I'm thinking about. Amina says, I think a person should know if long distance or next door. If you're not hearing from them, it's a red flag and you should jump ship. But you do, Amina, and thank you for that comment, but you do have to, I'm not even going to say you have to, but do you think, Amina, maybe you can answer this, do you think that, okay, that happens, red flag is thrown up, you're saying jump ship, but don't you want to know why the red flag is there? I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna jump in.
Go ahead,
And first and foremost, you got intuition for a reason. And actually, inadvertently, I was thinking about something earlier today. How no, it started with it was a YouTube video that Kim put up about he and his wife, and it was phenomenal. And I thought about a situation of somebody who I had thought I was supposed to marry, but then all of these thoughts came through my mind while after I saw the Kim video. Okay. And the interesting, hey Gina, and the interesting thing about it was, I remember when I first met this individual, I didn't really like him. I wasn't like fully attracted to him. It was enough to smash and move on, but I wasn't really attracted to him. But at that point in time, I was in a mental space where everybody around me had these phenomenal relationships, and I wanted a relationship. And so I made my mental get in alignment that I wanted this individual. And things don't just happen, they happen justly, because my whole world around me crumbled because I was chasing after someone that wasn't the person for me. Right. And with that being said, what was really interesting is that as an entrepreneur, even when I was a corporate employee, when I chase things, they tend to have legs and they run. But once you stop chasing things and you stay put, what's supposed to be there is going to be there. But more importantly, you got to get into yourself, because you'll pay attention to those red flags unless you're serving something else. And it's just really interesting, the different things that people say, how all things just kind of all work together. But it all starts about, us, me, you, how we perceive it. And I don't need anybody to make me whole. So therefore, let's put it this way, you love hats, right, Greg?
I do.
And so let's say that there was a collector's hat, and this hat is a tremendous find, right? And somebody was willing to sell it for $5,000, and you love that hat. You would do what it takes to get that hat to add it to your collection, correct? And with that being said, with individuals, we invest our time, our energy, our money, and everything else in what is worth our time. And if you're forcing something to be, then you're forcing it, you're chasing it, and it will run. But once you realize what it is or who it is or whatever, that video with Kim just rocked my world this morning. I don't have you seen it?
I have not seen it. I'm definitely gonna look now though.
It's on my page.
Because
because it was tremendous. He talked about how he met this woman. It was actually a fan, and he was at a concert, and she walked up to him and was like, can I have a picture? And she said something simple as, what side you want me to stand on? And Kim melted. He said it was something about this woman that rocked his world.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of men who are like in long-term relationships. It doesn't take a long time for them to determine, yeah, Nikki's the one I want to be with.
Absolutely.
And then they'll move heaven and earth. But Jim Bob comes along and says, oh, she hot, I'm gonna smash. We catch feelings because we're so needy to be needed that we start chasing them. What y'all laughing at, Jim Bob?
I'm laughing at the chasing part.
And all of you on here, I have a good question. Okay, I'm just speaking this from my experience of dating. What if the person in a long distance relationship ain't nothing really going on, and they just busy or have some type of family stuff going on, and they do come back and text you the next day and say, hey, babe, I'm sorry that you didn't hear from me, yada yada, this been happening. Is that okay?
What are you doing in the in-between time? If you're sitting around waiting on somebody to call, I question your value. I question what you got going on. Because the older I get, because I can't say that I never have not sat around and then blew somebody up because they didn't call me. Because I lie, and folks probably call, girl, I have records. You call me 80 times in a row. I've done it. But the whole thing of it is maturity, growth. And I hate that it's especially in our culture, that the older we get, we gain greater understanding and greater self-worth. Right. And I hate that the younger that we are, or our youth, we miss that. A lot of us, I can't say all, but a lot of us miss that key aspect that I freaking matter. I am, what does the baby say? I'm wonderful. I am beautiful.
I'm a badass.
I'm a badass. It took me to be 46 years old to understand, girl, I am a badass.
Okay.
There you go. What's up, Gina?
Hey, everybody. Interesting topic. The long distance thing, it's not for everyone. It is, some people can handle a long distance relationship. Some people can't. I'm one that can't. I don't want to be in a long distance relationship because I like to spend time with the person that I have interest in, you know. I kind of felt like me and Robert was in a long distance because even though he was in Illinois, even though that's close to us, you know, it still was a distance. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of was, but not to the point where I've said, no, this I can't handle it. And you have to be real with yourself. If you can't handle it, you have to admit to yourself you can't handle it. You can't say, oh yeah, I can do this, and deep down inside is bothering you to the point where the relationship is bad anyway. So the first thing is to be real with yourself. Can you handle something like that? And if you can, you have to understand that the distance, you have to be able to deal with the distance. And like Jocelyn said, you know, don't occupy yourself with when is the next time he's calling or when is the next time I'm gonna see him.
You know, I had mentioned to earlier where, and Amina had said that she thinks a person should know if long distance or next door, you're not hearing from him, it's a red flag, and you should jump ship. And I said, well, do you even want to know why? You know, she said at this point in her life.
And that's fair. That's respectful. Then she knows what she wants. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect that.
Yeah, and that's
Gina just said that.
I was talking to this guy a long distance, and I thought it could like work. And he said that he found a new job, and he was working at 2 at the same time. So I'm like, okay, but I had actually met him, and he was in a situation with a young lady that he was trying to get out of. Me and him just remained friends, you know, got to know one another, and everything was going great. me and him was together long distance, but after a while, he comes tell me last month, oh, I have a confession made. You a good woman for me, but I fucked up. I cheated on you. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you know, what I've gone through and been through with my daughter there, and you turn and do the same thing. That's why I have a trust issue with men. Like, my trust is fucked up because I keep getting cheated on.
Oh no.
We got two Gregs. Oh.
I know I kind of messed up, y'all. Hold on.
What's going on?
Hold on. That's the real one, right?
Both of you?
That's the real one. Anyway, Uriah Ben Israel said most people that set up for long distance relationships are those that are bothering you to find things to do in between time. No one is sitting still waiting on anybody. You have to understand.
He makes a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, think about long distance relationship, you know, and again, it has to be a lot of trust there, but you also have to be real with yourself. You have to be real as to what could be going on in between that time. And not to say that every long distance relationship, people are cheating, but it is a possibility because everyone gets lonely. What about those times when, you want companionship and they're not there? It's that's why they just have not been something I wanted to be in.
Okay, but see, here's the thing real quick. I'm sorry, Jasmine. Let me just express this real quick. A lot of times, and I don't know if it's men, and sometimes it's women. You mentioned, Gina, that you want to spend some time and it's not, but me, I'm the type of person, I don't need 24 hours a day with you. I don't need 12 hours a day with you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Give me 4-5 hours, we cool. You know what I'm saying? If we're going somewhere, going on a trip, that's a different story. But, I don't want to be under anybody, and I don't want anybody to be under me.
Clingy.
Right, I agree with that, but that's totally different than a long distance relationship where you might not see that person for 3 or 4 months out the year.
And what did I say though? If you got FaceTime, you got Google Duo, okay, I don't need to be up under you just like that, okay? We got this long distance relationship we've garnered, okay? I'll come to see you, I'll fly to see you, then you fly to see me, all right? And we cool, all right? We should be cool, but when you don't hear from me, don't start with the.
But this is the thing.
You doing,
this is the thing to me. This is the thing to me, Greg. Mm-hmm. If you want to be in a long distance relationship, pretty much you to me, you're not looking for that, relationship, long-term relationship. I want to say.
Anybody for that situation to be like that, it just happens. Mm-hmm. You love.
Right.
I have a question for you.
How can you get that connection when you have such distance? How can you even get to that point where you have that kind of connection?
Well, Gina, you just said it. That was my question. You talked about when you and I'm sorry, I'm having a senior moment. I can't think of your fiance's name. Robert. When you all started dating, you said that you felt so distant because he was in Chicago. And my question was, at what point in time into the relationship, him being in Chicago, you being in Indiana, did you all decide we want to be closer? Was it a month in time, a year in time? You know what I'm saying? At what point did you all make that conscious decision that we want to be near each other more than living in separate places and separate areas?
Right.
It was. I'm freezing up over here. It seemed like I'm having some internet problems. No, it was a year in time. It was a year when we decided, to cohabitate.
A whole year, huh?
A whole year. But it wasn't even so much. I mean, this is my thing. If I want to go out to dinner with you and you all the way in California, and I might not be able to hop on a plane like today or tomorrow or even the weekend, I don't want to have to deal with that.
This already when you stepped into the situation.
And that's why I say when you go into a relationship like that, you have to be conscious and real with yourself that this is something I want to deal with. Now, if I tell you this is not something I want to deal with and I step into it anyway, then I'm probably going to be the one that have problems with the relationship throughout.
But I want to go back to the question. At what point, when did you all have this revelation that we want to be closer? And was it a defining moment, or was it just something that y'all moved toward?
Well, I mean, yeah, we did. We talked about it. He engaged. He asked me to marry him, and then at that point we moved forward. But it was something that was different for me because I've been living by myself for a very long time, so I had to get used to another person being in my space.
Girl, tell me about it.
And so, yeah, it was something I had to mull over and really think about. But when I made the decision, I went in wholeheartedly, you know, with an open mind and open heart that this is what I want to do. I had to think about it because of, you know, the way I was living alone, coming home every day. If I didn't want to cook, I didn't have to cook. If, you know, the way in my house, I left my house is the way I came back to it. So, you know, yes, it was something we had to sit down and talk about because it wasn't something that was very comfortable to me in the very beginning.
Hey, my man Uriah is he checking in most definitely. He said most people that requires a lot of time spent are those the chances have been cheated on. You know, they may have been cheated on, which sometimes lead them in a place of insecurity, not realizing that they are no one's babysitters. If a person is truly for you, it will show. Don't force anything.
But you know what? It depends on the person and what they're looking for, what they want, what kind of relationship that they want. A lot of times people have long distance relationships because they don't have to be bothered with the person until they're ready to be bothered with them.
I have one of my best friends. She has a long distance relationship and she is just as content. There are times when she's like, oh, I wish we could see each other, you know, more frequently. And they'll make that happen or not. But then there are other times when she's like, I appreciate not having the check-in and all the other things that go along with having somebody so close. I mean, everything has its benefits and you know, down moments. And like you said, Gina, it's about preference. You know what I'm saying? If you're the type of person who needs to be around someone, and I'm like you, Gina, I want you around, especially if we have that energy and that connection. My husband does distance driving from time to time, and I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to snuggle. I need that Kelly love.
Yeah, but check this out though. Robert worked nights. I work days. We really don't spend quality time until the weekend. So he works he's gone, leaving out for work at 2:00 and he gets home about 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. I'm asleep. And so it's not like, you know, we're there around each other 24/7. Our quality time comes on the weekend, and that's when we take trips. That's when we go out to dinner. That's when we really spend time together.
But see, also, but think about this too, okay? And Amina says, I actually think a long distance relationship can actually be fun. You can visit one another as the relationship grows, then a decision will be made on a long-term basis as the relationship grows. But you know,
yeah, but guess what? Someone has to agree to move at one point if you decide to move forward in that relationship.
If you decide to move forward when that decision is to be made, okay? But think about this, okay? Now you want your mate here all the time and this and that, okay? But what about when you guys argue? You know, most time when you argue, you don't want to see this person, all right? Get away from me. Give me some space, okay? Long distance grants you that space, all right? I'm just saying, it grants you that space. Look, I'm on a plane, baby. I'm gone.
I can do that too, though, even in a close relationship.
But that takes away. You know what? Because the makeup is worth sometimes the fight. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
And I don't have no problem jumping on the plane, going to have my me time either.
Yes, indeed.
I have no problem at all.
Not at all.
I will fly back if it's like that. Okay. Uriah says most people tend to forget how to have a relationship with themselves before they can have a relationship with another. Sometimes people clash spiritually.
And how do you even know that if you're so far away? I don't think you can really get to know that person. I don't think you can really get to know. Hey, I'm on the phone. I'm a doctor. I can be whatever I tell you I am.
Okay, true. I get that. Okay, but the thing is this, and all of the lying aside, all right? Because like I said at the beginning, you know, I've been accused of everything when I was in the long run. I've been accused of everything. Okay, but I'm not doing nothing. I'm working. I'll send you money. I'll send for you to come. I'll do whatever. I've even had to the point where on some of my shows, I said, well, hey, you want to come and be on the set, whatever. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. You know, yeah, that's you working. And said, well, I mean, what more do I have to do to show you that I'm not doing it? I'm not going to kiss your ass. Okay, that's not going to happen. Okay, but I'm going to show you the respect and say, hey, you can get involved in what I'm doing. And that way, you know what I'm doing. You see everything that's going on in my life, in my business, and whatever. Okay. And that way you'll understand that I'm not doing anything. You can be comfortable now, even in a long distance situation.
But apparently you were and she wasn't. Okay. And again, that's where I talk about you have to be real with yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
You have to be real with yourself. Is this something that I want to deal with? If I'm going to go to bed every night wondering what you're doing and I can't even get a good night's sleep, then I need to leave that alone.
Nah, then you got issues. Like she said, you got issues. Okay. If we've made that connection and it's cool, okay, why anticipate something's going to go
well,
back?
The whole thing going back to you, Greg, you also have you have a part in that play. Mm-hmm. So therefore, if your intuition saying her and all her drama, red flag, why are you even allowing her in your space?
Well, I'm the kind of person, I'm saying, but this ain't about me anyway, so let's stop.
No, I wasn't trying to make it, directly about you.
No, I know, I'm just saying this. I'm the kind of person who I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So this is why I tell you the truth right off the bat. This is what's going on right off the bat. This is who I am. This is what I do. Accept it or not. Let's do it right now, though. And so if you say,
but she could have been the best actor in the world.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
That's on her.
Right. She could have lied to you and done all these other things just to be in your presence, but then she turns out to be a stalker, right? Yeah. And you like, well, I'm just trying to deal with her. I'm trying to keep her around, whatever the case may be. But now I'm putting the ball back in your court because you have just as much authority or power to terminate this relationship and not deal with issues.
See,
fuck feelings.
Yeah, it gets to a point.
I matter more than a crazy motherfucker trying to take up my energy.
With me, Jasmine, it gets to a point where I'm saying, and you're absolutely right. It gets to a point with me where I'll be like, you know what? I done told you this is that. So I can show you better. I can tell you. All right. So then you really gonna get the voicemail. You really ain't gonna get no calls. I'm only gonna answer the phone when I feel like it. Okay. And then you start asking all these questions, and I'll be like, well, look, I'm tired. I don't feel like answering the questions. Then I get the line. I'm gonna call you back later.
Why would you even go that far?
I was getting ready to ask the same question. Is it worth all that?
It's not.
Right.
It's not.
That's exactly the point that I was gonna make, Jocelyn.
That was the younger me. Right now, I don't give a damn. I'm cool. That was the younger me, though. I'm cool. I'm just.
The relationship expert is here.
Hey, Chris.
You left out.
How y'all doing?
He said sometimes. You better be on point tonight.
Sometimes.
Since you said sometimes.
Sometimes. So. I mean, do you all? I mean, and I understand. Jocelyn, you married. Julie, you married. Basically, y'all. Do you when you get mad at your mate? Wait a minute, Amina. What did I do? She says, Greg, I was on your side. Now you're going left field. No, I'm not going left field.
Right.
Always in left field. I mean, he's always in left field.
I'm not going left field. I'm just being honest. Like I said, this is
what I miss.
Oh, you missed a whole lot of something and none enough.
You missed 7 o'clock.
All right, man. Hey, I got a job.
You ain't got no job.
I got a job.
You ain't got no job.
I got a job.
You ain't got no job, Tommy.
Tommy just hired me. I work where he work at. The big white building. The big white building.
Now the big white people, they burnt it down. You ain't hear?
No. I work at the black one across the street.
from the white building. That was because you left
White
that
people
down
burnt the white building down.
Hey, you got Cole with you?
Who?
Cole?
Who's that?
Cole Brown.
Oh no,
Martin.
Cole. He's still at the what's the name? He's still working at the airport.
Well, what about
he
brother man
the
on the fifth
buffing
floor?
boss. He the buffing boss.
Brother man on the fifth floor.
Nah, we couldn't.
From man on the fifth floor. The fifth
He got sued for selling them Whitney Hutton t-shirts.
Whitney Hutton. I love that, man. People like that, Uriah, my man, says people like that into relationships never have healed from their past. Over time, they learn to wear a facade by introducing you to their representative. Then they get into a relationship only to reveal who they really are. By that time, the person is deeply vested.
Chrissy just spoke what you say all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The
representative. You got to make it past them first.
Hey, Amina tells me not to speak with my younger me.
That was a representative at one time.
Yep.
Hey, Uriah got one more comment here. He said women's biggest struggle is being allergic to a man and his honesty. Yes, sir. I believe that wholeheartedly.
I'm gonna tell you right. Wait a minute. Let's stop right there. No.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Bye.
Let me finish. Women's biggest struggle is being allergic to a man and his honesty because they have been so conditioned to lies to the point that they get offended when the truth comes out. A man is very simple. What you see is what you get.
Now, you know what? I was right there with you right until this statement right here. Okay.
That's some bullshit.
Tell it. Women want the truth. They do
I'm
not.
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back a little bit later. Look like it's getting hostile.
Dude.
I want the truth.
Are we allergic to the truth? No, brother. We want the truth. I would rather you tell the truth.
That's not what he said.
Okay.
He said the women's biggest struggle is being allergic to a man in his honesty.
Okay, so break that down then. Break that down.
Amen. As I said, I could tell you this is what's going on, that's what's going on, this is what's going on, that's what's going on. Okay. You just said, Gina, you said, well, he says he's a doctor. He said, okay, the man just told you honesty, but you in your head, it's like, well, he could be lying. So, Oprah said that, you need to go check. This happened to me. Oprah said, because I was married at one time. All right. At 2 times actually, but the first marriage. And I was getting ready to get a divorce. I was dating someone else. I told that person I was going to get a divorce. Actually, I thought I was divorced, honestly, or else I would not have went on and started. Anyway, she turned around and she watched Oprah. Oprah said, make sure you check that man's background, check everything. But if he say this, go check it. She checked it, found out I wasn't married. I mean, I was still married, which I didn't know. I thought my wife had taken care of it. But my thing is, that's another story. But he's saying that
I ain't touching it.
Trust him with honesty. If he tells you this is what's going on, don't look for the worst. If that's what he said, it's going to surface. If it's going to surface.
My mama says, if you go looking for something, you will find it. Because you got intuition for a reason. So therefore, again, love yourself more than you love anybody else, and you go chasing after them. So I've learned from my mama's word, you go looking for shit, you're going to find it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Follow your first mind. If your first mind saying Greg is no good, Greg is some bullshit. And I almost went too far. I had to pull myself
Nikki said run. Get the hell.
I'm like the relationship expert. I'm about to go on.
Wait a minute. Let me start off.
This what you've been going through?
Let me start off with when he said I was in the process of getting a divorce and I was dating. That right there.
No, I said I thought I had my divorce.
Oh,
so
you thought you had.
So let me ask this question, because I know you about to go, Jana. But when people get separated,
clean your closet out first.
So you saying they
you can't clean it out if you get a separation.
Look, if you
it's not clean until the divorce is final.
So you need to take care of your business first before you even get into another relationship.
That's what.
But that's what G said. They were separated at the time.
Yes.
Separation is not a divorce.
You're right about that. But the thing about it is, people believe
your ties.
but you got to realize how many people date during separation periods.
Right, and I know they do. I'm not going. I would never.
But Gina, everybody's not you. You gotta put the chips out there of what happens. There's a lot of people that do a lot of things.
Right. Don't do it. My advice is don't do it because you need to
do it.
Because one, that person needs, like we talked about yesterday, that person, when you go through a relationship, separation, whatever, break, you need time for yourself. You need time to get your head back together. You need time to get yourself together before you bring somebody else in. You need to break that and be done with it.
But you know that's not what we're taught. You know what I'm saying? You're taught to move. You're taught to move forward in a situation. No, because you got to look at it this way. So if a relationship is like having a job. If you lose a job, what do? You go look for another.
Yeah, but that job gone.
But you still go look for another one.
But the other job is gone.
But you still go look for another one.
Hold on. Let me add to what he said.
Even if you work in 3 jobs.
Let me add to this, Chris. So, Gina, okay, we're gonna stay on the job, okay? What if you're working a job that you do not like, okay? That you don't like, but you still this job is still there. You still at the job, but you're looking for another job, okay? You're looking for another job. You still at the job that you don't like. You're looking for another job. Is that wrong?
No, it's not. But this relationship is not a job.
Yes, it is a job.
No, you guys are arguing with me all day long.
Being in a relationship is a full-time job.
I'm going to put this out here. If you meet a man that is separated from his wife, do not date him.
Bullshit. Look,
if you know what, we also can't feel and think a relationship and a marriage.
Severed.
You're right. Hold on.
A relationship and a marriage is a full-time job. It's not just you're in it because you're with your significant other, your soulmate, your companion. No, it's a full-time job.
It is.
It's just like having kids.
Yeah. It's actually more than having kids.
Yeah.
Because you can tell your kids what to do.
Exactly. You can't tell a grown person what to do. They're going to do what they want to do.
So Uriah says the mind of a woman goes from 0 to 1,000 in their way of thinking to the point that they can't decide fantasy from reality.
Only 1,000?
Questions stand from things, stay from things that go on in their heads. There are people that live in their heads that should have been.
I don't know who the hell this man is dating.
I ain't touching it. Hey, look, that's why I said. That's why I said relationship expert.
He was talking real stuff, but now he's talking about the left side of his face.
That's why I say relationship expert sometimes, because I know what to touch and what not to touch.
You know what I'm saying, Chris?
He's telling the truth. Real relationships and marriages require a lot of work from both sides, which does make
again. Let me go back to our conversation, because I'm going to say this again. It's like long-term relationships. When you decide to make that step, you have to make sure you're real with yourself. If you want to date a man that's separated from his wife, you have to be prepared for whatever may come along with it. So if that's what you choose, just know that you can't get mad. You can't get upset if he said, you know what, me and my wife worked it out. We're going to get back together.
And the same thing with her. You can't get mad at it. It's the situation that you're in. It's
Gina,
the situation that you put yourself in.
What goes along with it? New booty. Now check this out.
That's the whole point I'm making. That's the whole point I'm making.
Hey, man, that soup got cold quick, man. Got cold quick. So yeah. Amina says yes. Be prepared. Please be prepared. Absolutely. But see, and Gina, I'm not saying that you're wrong in what you're thinking. And anybody who's watching right now, we are not relationship experts. We can only tell you
that's a lie. I'm a relationship expert sometimes, and I'm single.
Those are always the ones who are relationship experts, the ones who are single.
Because we sit back and see the BS that most people go through and be like, nah.
Some of them never been married before.
I'm one of them. But I ain't gonna say that. I don't lie if I say it. I said in the backstage. I can incriminate myself.
So I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So one day this weekend, I ended up on this TV show on OWN, and it's called Put a Ring on It.
I saw that.
And it's couples who basically have been in long-term relationships. 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 15 years.
I think I know where you're going.
And it was so cool because I just thought it was a joke at first. They put into this house and basically there is a relationship therapist that's there, and they're given the opportunity to date outside of their relationship. And at the end of the period, they have to make a decision whether or not they're going to put a ring on it,
right,
or they're going to go their separate way.
Yeah.
So let me tell you. Let me say this real quick, and that's one of the reasons why most relationships don't last, is because shows like that.
Now you talking for real.
They put it out there as a persona that is cool to date, one if you're engaged in a relationship or if you're married outside of your marriage, and that's what the world sees, and that's what they do.
Well, it was really interesting because I would say out of the 4 couples, 3 of the couples decided to go forward and get married, and the couple that had been there the longest, old girl met somebody and she was like, it was fireworks, type of thing. And it was interesting. And then another couple, the girl was like, okay, I'm gonna take off all the barriers, do what you want to do. And dude went on the next day with old girl, and he was like, she told me she gonna take all the barriers off. And she was like, and the lady was like, oh, so what you want to do, boo? He was like, you know what? Nothing. Because I love my girl too much to risk it by doing whatever you trying to do on the short term. And they ended up getting married. But the key of it is like you said, Chris, it's a whole lot of shit out here. Just on the other side, if you look on the other side, another popular TV show is Catfish.
Oh, that show was funny.
Oh, I heard about that one.
That's hilarious.
Now we're gonna do this long distance.
Somebody tried to catfish me, but it didn't work.
We're gonna do this long distance dating, and I'm gonna put my profile picture up there looking like
that's not you.
That's not me.
Like we not gonna meet.
Coke bottle where I'm busted biscuits, but
hey, y'all,
Greg in love, and he come to find out my name is Shaniqua.
I'll be right back.
Hey, y'all, welcome Desiree.
Good evening, everybody. Hi.
Uriah
Ben Israel said he's been married 26 years and counting. However, his statements stem from women that he canceled on a daily basis, and he has 12 sisters.
Is he saying canceled or counseled?
Canceled.
Like that rid of?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, I'm like Chris. I'm gonna plead the 5th, and I'm gonna go into my bunker on that.
I'm just a relationship expert sometimes, and I'm pleased.
I'm not a relationship expert, but I done been through some things.
That makes you an expert.
Yeah, we talking about our own experiences,
Not all the time.
What?
Some of this wasn't something. No, I'm saying. Some of this was not my experience.
You just watched it through the window.
I know. Hey, look, I am a voyeur though. Y'all doing it. Y'all better close your curtains. I'm gonna watch.
Where's my sign? I haven't used it in a while.
Yeah, I'm looking for mine too, Jocelyn.
You don't need it. I haven't done it in a while. I don't do the things that I used to do. But I mean, I'm serious though, y'all. Nobody has a drama-free relationship, period. Okay.
And if they do, they lie.
If they do, they lie. But why would you want to add to it that accusations and thinking somebody's cheating if they're not? You're gonna mess up a good thing if you.
What happens if there's signs? What happens if there's signs there? What do you do at that point? Do you disregard them?
I do.
But what if it's done? What if it's done in your face? Like I've had that happen. The girl blankly came up to me.
Hold on, Chris. What'd you say?
I've had it done in my face. That's why my almost 9-year relationship ended. I'm at his birthday party and the other girl came up to me, put her arm around my shoulder and said, "Hey, Desiree, I'm Tiffany. You look like you need a drink." Low-key, I knew who the girl was through passing, but I had got wind of it was some infidelity going on. But when she came up to me at the party and said it looked like I need a drink, and then her girlfriend's over there laughing, I'm like, "Oh, okay, I know what time."
When did you get out of jail?
You know what?
Mama, because I was there.
Miss Nikki was there. She had to get me because I wanted to get her because I'm like, "Oh, so you doing my man, and you gonna come and do what?" But I didn't even have to get her. At the end of the night, she got beat up at the party. I lie to you not.
Yeah, she got
beat up at the end of the party. Like somebody literally beat her up, so I didn't even have to do anything.
You know what? I'm not even. I'm gonna whoop her ass for coming in my face, but I'm gonna whoop his ass most importantly. Because just because you called up to the play, don't mean you had to get into action.
Best believe I got in his butt, but I'm like, how she had the audacity to come and just like, "Oh, you look like you need a drink." First of all, get off me. Who do you think you are?
They just gonna argue around me, boo. I don't know you.
Why do y'all?
Wait a minute. Before you ask that question, let me tell you how I would react. I'm gonna go home. And I'm gonna say, I'm glad they together.
I said that. I said, you know what? Y'all could go on about y'all business.
Good written, and I'm glad
y'all think
you saved me.
Do better. Go ahead.
I'm about to
mute all of
y'all. This is Shirley.
Shirley. But you know what? Sometimes it hurts just to see that done to you in your face. You want to.
Barbara, this Shirley.
And then messed with the girl, and now she all married and got a child and everything. The person you cheated on me with, now she all married and got a child and stuff.
You're right.
Desiree, what part of Mississippi?
We need a woman on my side. Okay, she hates that she's driving.
Oh no, I'm not from Mississippi. I grew up in a.
She from the DR. She said she from DR.
Chris, why are we?
You from the Dominican?
Yes,
ma'am.
How did you
like it?
But why are we I'm gonna mute them all. Why are we on this side?
I wish I could have because everything was
that's because you guys are supposed to be on that side.
I'm gonna try to move it around, Chris.
No, don't move nothing around. We're gonna leave it just like that.
There's a story of a lovely lady. I need 2 more to play the
Don't move anything around.
But
you know what? When things
we got
happen,
Uriah though. We got Uriah, Chris. Uriah says, was it 9 years of marriage or is it just a relationship? If so, why invest 9 years and never got a marriage out of it? Because wasted time you cannot get back. Damn it.
I agree. It was a very waste of time. I honestly could admit I should have been left, but you think people would change and try to make it work, and it just wasn't. So that's why it was just time to walk away.
Damn it, things don't just happen, they happen justly. If you was with that man for 112 years and that was your choice, that was your damn choice. I ain't gonna say it's a waste of time because
it's not a waste of time. It's not, because my first marriage, I was with him for 9 years before we got married. My second marriage, it was 7. And it won't be that long with me and Robert. Robert was like, I'm not waiting that long. But it's not a waste of time. And you know what? You have to be ready to take that step because marriage is very serious. And a lot of couples these days, it's more, let's try it and see if it works. Right. It's not a commitment.
I would like to welcome everybody to Estrogen Everlasting on the show.
Whatever.
This is the first time Greg and Chris been quiet.
Damn, Lewis, help me out, man. I hope Lewis can help me out.
The first time we silenced both of them.
You ain't gonna silence this, but hey, y'all, welcome Lewis Blacknell to the show.
Hey, Lewis.
Hi, Lewis. And
what's going on, y'all? I've been trying to get on, but being out here over the road is rough.
Hey, Lewis.
Lewis, they killing us, man.
What's going on?
I'm letting them get it in.
How y'all doing?
They killing us,
Lewis.
Uriah, hey, my man Uriah trying to help Lewis.
But I was back there. And it's hard for me to get on when I'm out here on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for us to hear you too, Louis.
You are funny, brother. Yeah, you going in now, bro. But we need your help bad. Uriah trying to help us too, man. But damn,
I don't think it's gonna be too much help. It ain't gonna be too much.
Yeah,
right.
It's definitely gonna be a difference of opinion here.
I'm letting y'all go and get it all out. I'll be in a little bit. Go ahead, y'all.
Okay. Well, hey.
The first hour I'm gonna call estrogen everlasting. Okay. That's the first hour. Y'all got 5 minutes.
I mean, I don't think any relationship is ever a waste. It's a learning experience. It's it just, just prepares you if there's a next one, what not to tolerate in your next relationship, what not to do in your next relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, and you just don't bring baggage from your old relationship to your new one because, that person isn't the one that messed you up in the beginning. So,
and you don't want to hold that other person, the new person.
Exactly.
But that's what the point. That's exactly what I was saying earlier on, Greg. You have to clean up some of that baggage before moving into another relationship. So I'm separated, all that. You still got that baggage there. You need to get rid of it before you move it or bring a third party in. I have been at a point where someone brought me into their mess. And when I realized it was mess, I ran. I don't want to be a part of your mess.
I used to feel like, because when I was in a relationship years ago, I used to feel like, I always wonder why my son's father could never get along with me, because I know we're two different people, so it wouldn't work. I'm fine with that. But to sometimes get blamed for something because I want to tolerate you disrespecting me, that's what I have a problem with. Like, I just don't tolerate this, disrespect.
Hey man, look, y'all welcome Ludine to the show too.
Hey, Ludine.
What's going on?
Don't cheer.
You on the wrong side, Mommy's gonna be on this side.
So Ludine, you got to be on our side. You got me, Lewis, and the relationship expert sometime. You got to be on our side, man.
That means.
So let me ask this question. Can I ask
Please do. Hurry up.
Heated question.
The question I want to ask is, because we all, what I keep hearing is, yes, you do, and I agree, you do have to get rid of baggage. But is it sometimes the baggage of what your type of man that you like is also the baggage that you need to get rid of?
Amen.
I agree because some women like the thugs and they think they could, they be like, oh well, he got a soft side, but that's like underlining, but it's more of the hardness that you see. So that could, that is some of the baggage, the characteristics of a person. That is a big trademark and a big baggage in a relationship. You may not want that the next go round, you want something different. So you got to leave that type of person alone and not keep looking for the same thing.
Well, it's a lot of women that think
that's true.
It's a lot of women.
We heard that, Louis.
Right.
Hey, I'm been in some good ones. I've been in some good ones and I've been in some bad ones. The lady I'm married to now, I think this is about the best thing that ever happened to me.
There you go.
Okay. So we gonna listen to him.
Look, all y'all shut the hell up, all right?
What was so great about it, we grew up together. We grew up together, across the street from one another.
Oh, nice.
And we're best of friends. And we never thought we was gonna get together because back in the day, Louis, she said I'd never mess with you. I'm like, why not, babe? And she never did. But she moved to Texas about 7 years ago. That's when we hooked up.
There you go.
And now we got married in August. And she about the sweetest thing.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes,
That is so. See,
I love her.
What y'all baby do?
That, you know what?
How long did y'all know together? before y'all got married?
I got me a Gary, Indiana wife. I ain't no Texas wife.
Oh, okay. That's different.
Hey, look, Uriah says he believes sticking around after witnessing red flags is what really causes damage. Leopards never change their spots, nor does a zebra change their stripes. Those are the sisters who don't understand their own worth, but they deal with less than who they are as a person. I believe who you are is what you will attract.
I agree with that.
Oh, y'all back
But
on
you
the
know what?
Uriah, don't pay no attention to them, dude.
When you coming out of a relationship and you want to rebound, you bounce to anything. Anything.
They say that's when you're coming out, when you go through the stages of grief, and breakup of a relationship are stages of grief as well. Do not make any major decisions.
Thank you.
It'll be the worst decisions
and that's what a relationship but that's what a relationship is. When you break a long-term relationship, a relationship that's dear to your heart, it is grief. You are going through a grieving period.
Well, somebody needs to. I must have taken the wrong Ritalin or something, okay? Because I ain't never grieved when I lost them. I'm sorry, I never grieved.
And you ain't been. They've never touched your heart in such a way. That's why
you must never been in love.
He said,
"You probably right, man."
I need Nikki's microphone.
I'm guilty.
Right,
Lenny out.
Yeah, it got to be.
Tell him about Lenny.
You got to be my mic on my phone.
I'm telling you, I'm with them, Greg. I have to say, then it wasn't love.
Look, I'm in a fulfilling situation right now. I know I'm not, but
the lies you tell. Going back to the lies that men tell.
Yeah. Look, I understand everything that you guys are saying, and that's great. That's beautiful. Okay, that is so beautiful. And Lewis, I've been knowing you forever, dude. So I know why she didn't deal with your ass when you was in Gary, dude. Come on, man.
Hey, I think Jocelyn said it best.
Yeah,
I ain't blame her either.
I think Jocelyn said it best though.
With myself either.
There you go.
He said he wouldn't have dealt with himself.
Oh, look, hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me tell y'all about Lewis. Lewis was cool as hell. But Lewis had a lot of women. All right, and
player.
The ones I'm telling you, I mean, it was like I would see him in the daytime taking one girl to the class, running back to his locker to go get the next girl to take her to the class in the same period. I'm like, dude, slow down. I mean, I learned a lot from Lewis, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, I ain't got old now, G. I ain't got too old now. I can't do nothing.
Well, you married too, bro.
I'm a laid back person now, bro.
Hey, look, I'm the same age, and I'm still doing it. That's low self-esteem. Healing should be a woman's friend first before she picks up another. Y'all like that too, ladies? Yeah, y'all. See, hey, Uriah, you see how fair weather they are, right? 1 minute they like you, 1 minute they don't like you.
No, I think a woman should take her time to heal and stuff. I took after we broke up, I took a 2-year thing to get myself together, and because I was mad. I ain't even gonna lie to you, I was mad the first year. I still was mad because I kept seeing them, so I was mad every time I saw the girl. So yeah, you just have to get over there. You can't keep being angry. Is just let it go. That's why I had to learn to let it go, because I was just angry, and even just taking my anger out on my friends and stuff, and be like, girl, no, you need to leave him. He doing this. I was taking my bitterness out on everybody, and just couldn't be that way, So I knew the next man. He wouldn't stand a chance if I ain't get my mind together. He wouldn't stood a chance.
You were drinking the poison as long as you couldn't forgive him and let that go.
Yeah, a lot of people told me. A lot of people tell me, say, girl, you have to let it go. You ain't gonna never find your happiness. And I'm just like, no, he did me so wrong. So I'm about to be mad at the world forever. But I'm like, why am I still angry? And they walking around happy and smiling and going about the day. Why am I angry? And, and I'm too cute to be angry. So I had to brush that off. I had to brush that off.
Hey, that was probably the best thing that could have happened for you.
You know why you were angry?
Why?
Because you spent all that time in a relationship. That's why I said. when you spend a whole lot of time in a relationship and it's not going anywhere, you're gonna feel that way.
Chris, I knew I should have been left. I knew I should have. It had just one thing after another, after another, after another. You can't change nobody that's not willing to change.
And that's the thing about it. That's what I always say. Women think they can change men. Once you see
so why
the sign,
would you trying to change?
You can't.
And Amina said it yesterday.
What if it's a year's? What if it's just?
I didn't say I was talking to a chicken head. I never said that. I said rooster. That was a long time ago, man. It was actually a rooster. All right?
Funny.
Let's not get on this rooster.
Uriah said a nice piece of meat in the oven is a quick fix, but it's not healing. That's some good shit, though. Go ahead. What was you saying, Gina?
What was you saying, Gina?
What if it's a year's relationship and you angry? I mean, you're gonna be angry. I don't care what the time frame is. If you're gonna be angry, you're gonna be angry.
I don't get the fact about being angry, okay? And I want to say something.
It's not the angry part. It's the tenure. It's the longevity of it. Even if you're in it for a year, you saw signs before stuff happened before y'all broke up. Now they just break up after the first thing that happened.
Exactly.
Right.
All signs. So you have to pick up on those signs and really either bring them to the forefront and talk about them, what you don't like, because you can't tell. He can't say you ain't expressing, and she can't say you haven't expressed. So you need to express them. If they change, they change. If they don't, they don't. You move on.
Mm-hmm.
You move on. You don't try to change nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a problem that I had with with a comment that y'all made. Okay, if I was you, and you didn't say this, Gina, but and I'll give you a pass on this. But everybody was talking about beating that ass. Why y'all women gotta fight? Why do y'all have to do that?
You know what? Honestly, I wouldn't take it to that level because first of all, I'm too much of a dope of that. Back then, early teenage, maybe I was about 21. I wanted to. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I wanted to, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna carry myself like that because at the end of the day, they still gonna walk around doing what they're doing. So I did this to this girl and everybody seeing I'm, just fight for what? First of all, I'm not gonna fight over no man. You can have him, let him go about his business. Maybe, y'all meant and we not meant, so I'm just gonna let you go ahead and go. You somebody else had it, not mine no more. So really, honestly, I won't fight nobody over nobody because it ain't even worth it because they gonna still walk around doing what they doing.
Can I ask this question though? Mm-hmm. Why do you always go after? Now, if the woman is out of place or the man is out of place, I understand it. But why don't women or men ever go after the person they're with?
My intentions weren't going after her first because he fed her pipe dreams. So she didn't know really what was up. She don't know what he's telling her. So my deal was with him. And Miss Nikki baby will tell you how I lit that person up. We ain't even gonna go into that. So my issue was with him first. And then my issue became with her is when she thought she could approach me like that, not knowing me the way she thought she knew me. Just because we all went to school together, you don't know me. So for you to come and, be spiteful about it and be funny. Oh, hi, Desiree. No, you don't even know me like that. You just want to be known what you're doing. So I could have tore you up, but why? When y'all still was gonna keep doing what y'all doing, so it wasn't even worth it.
We gotta have each other.
No, Chris, and
you're still talking about fighting though.
To add to that, Chris, no, every woman is not like that. Not every woman want to go after the other woman that the guy is messing with. Some of us feel like y'all deserve each other.
Yeah, just let him go to her. Hey, if you keep trying to hold on to him, I could think
like that, but how my mind set up, I'll be about ready to whoop his ass and her. Sorry.
See, there you go. Fight. Look, y'all getting ready to start hating.
What's the point? What's the point of fighting? What's the point of fighting her? And actually, what's the point of fighting him?
But that's
a person want who they want. This is my philosophy. If that's who you want, then I'm gonna bow out gracefully.
Did too.
But that's not the situation of what it is. It's not the person that they want. It's the person they want. It's a whole different situation. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is a man is going to and I hate to say it this way, a man is going to hunt regardless. Regardless. You can have the best food in the refrigerator and still go to a fast food restaurant and get something to eat. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna happen like that. That's the way most men are. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to women, so they can change the way that men act and different that they mold them together, and it's not gonna happen that way.
Not gonna happen. Look, Uriah says, when will women accept the fact that they can't control anyone in their behavior until they learn to master their own? Ladies, if you don't remember nothing else that he said tonight, so that's the relationship expert right there. If you don't remember nothing else he said tonight, remember this, that the epitome of strength is not your ability to hold on to something real. Strength is shown by your ability to let things go and move on. You are your greatest investment. Y'all like him now? Y'all really love him now, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, those are good words to live by, and it's truth behind that.
But y'all come to some, not all women are Mountain Dew babies. They're born on charge. Some women.
What's a Mountain Dew baby?
Huh?
What's a Mountain Dew baby?
A hillbilly. I don't know. Too. Go ahead.
They do the do.
I wouldn't fight nobody for somebody. I honestly just.
I never have in my whole life.
No.
Well, you got that Vaseline and gym shoes, and you take your earrings off. You ready to go? Come on, girl.
No. My sister know me, but sometimes when what if the person like disrespect you or trying to fight you because of that person, you supposed to still not fight them, and they like all in your face like, bitch, I fuck you up this morning.
I'm just kind of in disbelief. Where do y'all find these dudes from? Where do y'all find these cats from?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I really want to find true love for me. And okay, I don't want to.
This is Miss Nikki, baby. So she's looking for true love. Okay, if you have true love for Miss Nikki, inbox us.
I would say that my trust had been messed up, but I have to trust again and love again and give someone a chance. You know, not every guy is bad. You know, not every guy is a asshole. Not every guy is a cheater. So I would give that person.
Nikki, we're gonna find you the right guy. We're gonna find him on this show. A Mountain Dew baby is one day stay on charge and like to fight. Hey, Miss Nikki Mountain Dew baby, how you doing?
We're gonna turn into the
how you doing?
The dating podcast.
Man, look, number one, women, y'all don't need to be out there scrapping like dudes, okay? Because I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm not that guy. When the shirts tear off and then the bra pop off, I got my phone. I got an iPhone 12. I'm gonna take.
Let me just say this: don't be afraid to be by yourself. Don't be afraid to be by yourself.
You know what? I'm not gonna sit here like I'm just speaking for me. I used to feel like that. Like, damn, I'm be alone forever. Now I'm 30. You know, I can't feel like that. I just let it come naturally and just focus on me, getting me together, and my kids.
And that's usually when you find the right person. When you focusing on yourself, not worrying about, I need a date. I need somebody for Valentine's Day. I need somebody to take me out.
I haven't feeling like that lately. I sure have.
Holidays are the most expensive days. I don't want nobody on them days.
Man.
Oh, my mother.
Yeah, and that's the one thing, Nikki. You already have some place to focus your attention. Your children. If you focus that attention solely on you and your kids, you won't worry about the fact that you don't have anyone that you're dating in your life right now. It'll come in time, and it'll be the right person.
You know what? I don't want to have this messed up mindset of how I'm thinking and feeling. I just feel like every person I try to meet out here or where I'm from, I just feel like they're all the same and don't want nothing good.
Well, stop looking in them same places.
That's what
Stop looking in those same places.
Because I feel like, I don't want no more, I want somewhere else.
And Valentine's is reserved for the side chick. I like that.
Yeah, it is. That was what I was talking about before, because you have a type of person that you like. That's not healing yourself. If you heal, then you go back to the same type of person that you were just with, still in the same boat. So you have to change your whole approach
Where do they find it?
And you know what? I'm gonna give you an example of someone I know. Someone that I know that she dated the same kind of men. She always wanted these big, muscular. She had the same type. That's the only type of guy she would date. Muscular, looked like he just walked out the gym. Attractive, and the person that she found that she fell in love with and married was so totally different from the individual that she had been dating for years. And she's so happy now.
I get to know people if I go any farther.
Because she stopped looking and she let them find her.
Jenna, can I ask you a question?
And you know what else? She stopped looking on the outside.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
So you just described the fact you just tried Quincy quarter pounder, so that's what you got?
Nah, well, she didn't know at the time, but actually, he owned about 8 businesses.
Just 8?
Hey, Amina.
Very successful. I don't want to put her out there, but if I said what businesses, you guys would know it.
Porn. Amina wanted to tell me earlier. Jocelyn said she wants you to say the same thing. You are a badass.
I'm a badass.
Yeah, man. Man.
You are beautiful. Thank you. You are too.
Mwah. Mwah.
Thank you. Is it okay to date somebody that's older than you? Like say, like I'm 30 and a guy maybe 40 or either 49. Is that okay?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. It doesn't matter age. You got some old fools out here. Now because they older don't mean that they're mature and they're a better person to date.
And now I kind of will want to disagree a little bit, because it's okay sometimes for an older man to date a younger woman, but when a younger woman dates an older man, society really frowns upon that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think personally, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. You love who you love, so
right. And that's why I said it has nothing to do with the age. It has everything to do with the person. I don't care what age.
And the mindset that they have. Mm-hmm. Some people aren't mature enough to handle something like that.
Let me read this from Amina. She says, Miss Nikki, please stop looking in those same places. Know who you are, beautiful, and deserve the best. Being single is not a bad thing. You and your kids can travel. You can do so many things and have a wonderful time. Trust me, when you loving you, out of nowhere, they will come. The ball is in your court.
And that's attractive to...
My mom just said that to me the other day. She just said the same thing. Thank you.
That's attractive to good men. A woman who cares about their kids. Mm-hmm. That's what they look at, how you are with your children. And you'll find a lot of good men that to them, that's very attractive to them.
Hey, Chris, look at that.
Moody.
Get off.
I ain't gonna read that.
39, 40, 41.
39, 40, 41. You already know. We already got her equations. We got her calculus already. So Uriah has a question for y'all. What is love?
I think it's...
Lady.
I think it's way more than sex. It's how someone can stimulate your mind intellectually. Oh, stop. How they treat you and how they, carry themselves as well. So if somebody treats you like the dirt that they walk on, that's definitely not love. The show they care about you, how much they're willing to not just even do things, but yes, sweetheart.
Yes, sweetheart. Thank you for calling me, sweetheart. I appreciate it.
I'm not going to play with you. But now love isn't just about sex. It's about everything that comes with it. Yes, sex is good, but I want somebody that can stimulate my mind, challenge my heart in a good way, not, drag me down. Just be good to me, in every way that I'm supposed to be deserving of.
Love is never having to say you're sorry.
As EBE say, love.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
What?
Never say you sorry.
Love is evolved, spelled back.
Evolve.
He's the relationship
Evolve.
sometimes.
Evolve.
And that, Gina, got you to the core of the answer.
I agree with Chris on a portion of what he said as far as love is a 4-letter word. It is a 4-letter word. It's also a feeling. Love is a feeling. It's the way a person stimulates those feelings, and that's what makes a person want to be with someone else. And it's not always. I mean, you'll hear women that's in a bad relationship say, "I love him." It is a form of love. That doesn't make. I mean, it's not good.
Beating is a form of love.
No, I think it's infatuation.
No.
So how come women say? How come some women say, if he don't beat me, I don't think he loves me?
I can't stand that.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that because I don't know anyone like that, and I've never been in a situation like that, so I can't even speak on that.
Okay, go ahead, Chris.
I got a question. So, if love is all that stuff you describe, that means there's no such thing as love at first sight, because you don't know nothing about the person.
I just said it's a feeling.
You know nothing about the person. You looking. That's not a feeling. That's a fact.
Well, I mean, you could say love at first sight, but that's your first impression. How that person made you feel.
That's the first. That's the other one.
Really think it's love at first sight?
I've never heard
that. You really believe that?
I think it's just a term. I think it's a term on how that someone made you feel, but I don't think it's no. It's just it's a feeling. It's how that person make you feel, even if it's that first encounter.
I think it's a cheesy pickup line like saying hello and don't say it back.
People say love at first sight, but to me, that's just a term.
Amina said he has a different view on love, and Uriah says he disagrees with that. True love is full of accountability. What is love is an action. Feelings come from emotion. And Ludine just says yes, it exists. 39, 40, 41.
Love at first sight, though. Love at first sight is not love. Lust at first sight is this, because when you love,
I can feel that. Yeah.
Your person, you're not thinking about love. You're thinking about, I wonder what they're gonna do.
Yeah, how they made you feel at that moment. If they, I ain't even gonna go there, but if they made you feel butterflies, everywhere, and you just, got the sweating and juices flowing in places they shouldn't. That's lust. That ain't love.
So let me ask you this. Okay. Chris, with the love at first sight thing and this and that. Okay, so say that love at first sight, you came together and everything just clicked. Y'all did whatever, and y'all continue the relationship. Would you marry that person?
Well, that's because y'all met in the former life. I just think the way y'all met up before. Have you ever met somebody that's like, I've met you before, we've been here before?
It seems like
I'm not talking deja vu. I'm just talking about you met with somebody and you like, we've had this conversation before.
No, that ain't never happened.
Yeah, bull.
You've been tripping, then. I don't know.
I can say it seemed like I know I've been in this situation before.
Yeah.
It seems like. Let's remember, there's a grave difference between love and lust.
It's a thin line between love and lust.
So what's the difference? Amina, Uriah, what's the difference between saying I love? What's the difference between love and in love? They're different. Come on. Love and in love.
I'm gonna lady point of view on that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was talking to somebody.
I didn't hear the question. My internet went out. What's the question?
Hey, Chris, you see how conveniently they didn't hear the question.
No, I was talking to somebody.
I was listening. I had a little.
My internet went out.
What's the difference between love and in love? Woo! Hey, Greg. Hey, Greg. I ain't never heard of that.
They crazy.
Hey, Chris, first internet and all that stuff conveniently goes out. Then all you get now is
Well, I would, say
you're stuttering now. Amina says love is lust. Come on, Amina.
I can't agree with Amina on that one. I can't agree with her on that one.
I can't.
Being in love with somebody, you feel like you can't live without them. You yearn for them. It's just a simple text message, just sends you off.
And yeah,
I agree with that.
I think love is a wonderful thing.
What about in love?
In love is a wonderful thing.
In love is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, love is banging it out. Love is just banging it out.
Well, you know what? I think the in love part probably, to me, in my opinion, it comes with that first love.
That first
love. And I think are you gonna keep interrupting me with that?
I'm gonna mute myself right now.
Especially when you're young, you're in love, you feel like you can't live without that person. Do you ever get that feeling back again?
Yeah, you eventually get that feeling back. You don't just, some people say you only get one love in your life.
I say 3.
You may
say 3.
I don't know about that. You may get 2.
I say 3. After 3 strikes, you're out.
I've only been in love once. Like I said, my kid's father, and the love I have now that I'm in love with is my children. So, but I would want to experience, somebody, head over heels. I'm gonna say head over heels. I would want to be in love again. I honestly would. It's a beautiful thing. At least more and more beautiful things and stuff. It's just, don't mistake in love for, like he said, love is lust. Don't mistake the two, because you go ahead.
Or infatuation.
I was just gonna say that. Go ahead, took the words out of my mouth.
But you know what? Can't mistake that. Chris, when it's infatuation, it doesn't last. It doesn't last forever. It doesn't last a long time.
Hop, skip, and jump.
Lust doesn't last forever.
Lust lasts.
And being in love don't last forever too. All the time, as you can see.
No,
lust lasts 15.5 minutes per session.
No, 56 pumps. Check it if you ain't got nothing else to do.
But see, that's what I'm saying. 3.5 minutes. Come on.
I cannot.
I'm old, man. 25. Look, Uriah says love is equipped to carry on a great deal of responsibility. Being in love with someone that shares commonality, most people aren't cut for it because it requires a lot of work. Now,
It does.
Amina says, I really think a married person can answer that one, and it would have to come from a Christian standpoint of view. So I don't want to be deep, but I understand and just don't know how to type it out.
Well, you know what? That gets me.
Get on and talk about it.
People with the
Christianity, you don't like me.
I honestly don't think it's the Christian. They don't have nothing to do with that. I honestly don't think so.
Don't have anything to do with what?
It does.
Your Christian beliefs.
And the only reason I say it does because it's how we were raised.
So if somebody wasn't, you don't think they could be in love?
Not with a person that don't have the same beliefs that they have.
But what if neither one of them are religious or didn't have religious background?
But the beliefs are still different. They might not be religious, but they still have different beliefs on it. It's like politics.
Right.
It's kind of like politics a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
It's hard to be in the same relationship. And if you read through, and I ain't talking about Bloods and Crips.
Well,
which is kind of like Bloods and Crips, though, in the long run.
Love, honestly, when you're in love, you only want to be with that person. You don't want to. You don't want to. You're not looking to mess around, creep out on them, because you care about their feelings. You care about your actions, what actions that you do, how it's going to affect that individual. because you're in love with them. And if you don't, then it's no love there. I mean, that's probably infatuation.
Well, it's like this, but that's where we go back to the love situation, because you'll risk it all on somebody that you love, but you won't risk it all on somebody. I got a standing ovation. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I'm like,
okay, was over here. Are you?
But that's what I'm saying. You'll risk it all for somebody that you just love. You're not gonna risk it all.
And you know what? You won't risk losing them by cheating, because anybody knows if you step outside a relationship, it's always a chance that you're gonna get caught, and it's gonna end. The relationship is gonna end. When you love somebody, you don't take that chance. You don't want
when you're in love with somebody.
When you're in love, you're not gonna take that chance.
Exactly.
You're gonna make sure that person
says you're not in love.
Yeah. It's a lot of people that
and that's absolutely true.
That's out here fornicating with everybody. Bruh.
Yeah.
I'm having a ball with these sound effects over here. But anyway, seriously, the difference to me, and let me put this up here. Uriah says, ladies, why do women expect so much from a man that they don't possess? Because
you don't possess anyone.
Oh, I wouldn't finish though, because it's hard to expect something that you would not be willing to become.
You don't possess anyone. Even if you're married to him, you don't possess them.
So there's
that word. I don't like that word. I don't like it.
He's not necessarily talking about you own or nothing like that. It's like, when you get married, that's what the ring is. The ring is a solid piece of metal or solid whatever, okay, which symbolizes the totality, the universal love that you guys have for one another, okay? Unbreakable, supposedly, all right?
What if you do all those
nagging?
What if you do all those right things?
And it's still
right.
Still falls
apart. Still just smack you right in your face again. Then what?
He'll only do that because you continue to take him back.
Yep.
He's going to continue, as long as you continue to forgive him, he's going to continue to do what he does. Him and her.
But what do you say to somebody that
stop it?
What do you say to somebody that continuously keep attracting the same wrong kind of person? Like, what do you tell somebody? Like, how do you help them out?
But that's the situation. Like we said before, when you heal yourself, you got to heal yourself to the different type of people that you attracted to. You know what I'm saying?
You have to do self-therapy.
If you continue to go after the same type of men in the same type of environment, you're gonna get the same.
Are you listening? And you know what I'm talking about. Are you listening? I'm talking around. Are you listening?
Mama calling me. I hear you.
Hey, love is spiritual. True love has restraints that will not allow you to get out of the order, that will cause someone else. Hard love is selfless. Lust is selfish.
Yeah, lust is selfish. I mean, that is being selfish. When you cheat, you're being selfish. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, say that again, Chris. When you cheat, you're being selfish.
Because you're not thinking about nobody but yourself.
That's yourself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say we all been through it, but it's happened more times than it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you really contemplate. It ain't just you go out and do it. It's a subconscious thought that you go into doing it. And you just be like, well, I do it this one time, and this one time turns into 2 times. 2 times.
Right.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
But there's some people, you ask them like, why do you cheat? Like, I love you, but why do you cheat? But I love you, but you still gonna cheat. You don't love me if you gonna keep doing it.
But that goes back to what we said before. He loves you, not in love with you. If he's in love with you, he's not gonna risk it.
Right.
Some people in love, Some people that they can say they're in love all they want to, and they still do the same thing.
They still do the same damn thing.
Wait. You know what you just described? You just described a vow because there's an action that has to be involved in saying I'm in love with you. Anybody can talk until they got lips on their face. But what is this action for?
Exactly. I agree.
Well, you know what?
Oh.
It still goes back to the conversation yesterday. A person will only do to you what you allow. Both of my marriages, I was married for 17 years, and if either one of them cheated, they were very good at it because I never known either one of them to cheat on me.
And Uriah just said what you said. Ladies, remember that people only do what you allow. You have to draw the line somewhere.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to make
And so when you continue to accept the things that they do to you that you don't like, they're going to keep doing it until you have to make your own moves. You have to make your own self happy. You can't look for someone else to make you happy. That's within yourself.
Let me get on that subject. Because that's exactly true, dude. It's not your responsibility to make somebody else happy. They have to do that on themselves.
Absolutely.
That's not their job.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They supposed to.
I always feel like that too. Yeah.
And it's situations like that drive men and women crazy, and they don't know what to do, so they go out and find somebody else.
Mm-hmm. That they're trying to get to make them happy.
Exactly.
That's where the infidelity comes in. That's where the lying and the cheating comes in. You know, because you have to be able to find happiness within yourself before you can have a healthy relationship.
Oh, of course.
Is there infidelity or the insurance company? No,
Hey, Uriah says that people that cheat obviously do not love the person they think they are in love with. It's just that simple. People show their love for you by what they do towards you.
But you're right. But you got to think of this also. Some of the cheating is hereditary. Because sometimes you see it happen in your family and the subconscious growing up.
Yeah, right. I know.
And so when you accept that man that has those hereditary traits, when you accept them, that's what you're gonna get because you're accepting them. You know, even if they are hereditary, and that's the type of person he is. When you allow them to be in your life and continue to be in your life and bring those things into your life, you're accepting them.
You got to have someone that's able as an adult to think for themselves.
But women
I've seen stuff happen when I was growing up that my father did. But my kids can tell you they probably can count on they can count on one hand on how many females they see me with outside of their mother. Because you don't want to bring that type of energy around your kids. Because when they grow up, they're gonna think that's the thing to do.
What they see is the norm.
We as men, man, we have to understand that women are more feeling creatures. You know, we may not be her first, we may not be her last, we may not be her only, but she may have loved somebody before, she might love again. But if she loves you now, what else matters? You know what I'm saying? What who cares? She's not perfect, you're not perfect, and both of you might never be perfect together. But if she can make you laugh, she can make you think, if she can admit to being human, make mistakes, keep her. Hold on to that woman. Give her the most that you can give her. You know what I'm saying?
You just wrote a whole song.
I ain't writing no song. I'm just speaking from the heart, man. She might not think about you just like you may not think about her every second of the day, but the part of her that she gives you that she knows that you can break, that's her heart, okay? And it's on us men to not hurt her, man. Don't try to change her. Don't analyze her. Don't expect her to give more than she can give, man. We got to smile when she makes us happy. We got to let her know that she makes us happy. Let her know when she makes us mad. And like I said, for the long distance, miss her when she's not there. And guarantee she'll miss you.
That's what we were talking about today, long distance relationship. That's what all this conversation is about.
Yeah, about your girlfriend in Miami and you living in Vegas.
Oh, but he went to Miami. He just went there.
I'm in Miami now.
I know.
What's your main girlfriend?
I don't know. She hasn't been on lately.
She got blocked.
Hey, look, Amina says if they're still doing the same thing, let's just talk. However, it's up to the individual to accept it or walk away. First, you have to change. When you change and know your worth, a conversation like this wouldn't even be taking place. Honestly, I'm actually ready for the next topic.
Come on, Mina.
So she's right though. I mean, if you just admire yourself in trying to change somebody or try to make them agree with you, man, look, that's bullshit. Just leave it up.
But
accept it. Man, she's right.
One of the things that I know I probably missed it when y'all was talking about long distance relationship. To me, long distance relationship shows a strong commitment.
Strong, yeah, thank you.
Because you get a chance to learn the person without sex really being a blind.
Well, hold on.
No, without sex being a blinder. That's pretty much what it is. Because sometimes people jump into the you crazy. People jump into the bed and then jump into a relationship instead of getting to know the person and then having sex.
No, you're right though. It makes it shows a stronger on both sides. It's stronger.
I have a quick question. How I used to my sister tell you, I used to sometimes be so defensive where I sometimes don't listen and I be about ready to just come for you. But I sometimes have to fight again. No,
I'm not in that aspect.
I be so much in my feelings about stuff. It's like
because you're a Cancer.
Yeah, she was telling me about the situation with me and my baby father. Like sometimes you ought to blame something because you was involved too. But I'm just feeling like, how can you blame someone for something that somebody did?
Okay, hold on.
It ain't just all me. It's both.
And hold on.
And even though a person like me still got feelings for this person, why am I getting blamed for?
Let me tell you why. Hold on. I want to clarify.
Before you ask that,
nobody does what they do.
I got one question for you. Did you know he had a girl before or after you were pregnant?
That's why I need to explain it because she's not explaining that. She's not explaining it well enough.
It's hard for me to explain.
I want to hear Desiree because she on the outside looking in, and you're gonna get a different. Get a different aspect from her.
You are, but you got to get it where Nikki. You got to get it where Nikki understands it. Also, I want to hear that answer to that question.
Honestly,
did you know he had? Or was he married? Which one was it? He had a girl.
That's why she needs to clarify. She needs to clarify before she said what she said first.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, he told me after, this whole. Well, I thought something sparked between us after my son, but he told me.
So basically,
please let me tell this story.
I'm gonna let you tell it, Desiree. So basically, what you're saying, Nikki, is that you thought that you're gonna be able to take someone else's man away from them. Is what you thought?
No, let me tell it.
I thought me and my baby father would go. Okay, we go ahead.
Go ahead, Desiree.
No, because she ain't telling the whole thing, and I know y'all want to get the understanding of it. So she was with this guy first, and she was blinded by him being a childhood friend to the family. So end up getting with him. Fast forward, that she ended up getting pregnant, and then it started coming out, oh, he was with somebody else before you, but want to make you the main chick as well as the other girl. But since you weren't giving him everything he wanted, he strayed away back to the girl he was with in the beginning, in the first place, and he was still trying to have Miss Nikki on the side. So when everything started coming out, don't put pictures of our kid on Facebook. Don't do this, that, because he didn't want the girl he was talking to while talking to Nikki at the same time. So after the child is born, then the stuff started coming out. Oh, he already had a girlfriend when he was talking to you. She ain't never going nowhere. So she thinking she the main chick when actually it's like she's the side piece. Wanted to be the main chick and he wanted to have both of them at the same time. So now she's behind and he didn't stay with the girl he was talking to in the first place. So Nicole was never the one that came in or knew anything. She is in a relationship with this guy, not knowing that he already in a relationship with somebody else.
I still have to inform.
So after everything started coming together and everything was known, now the girl like, oh well, you can't talk to her no more. You know, he done moved in with the girl, but still trying to have Nicole too. So that's where everything just started going crazy. He wanted her to and couldn't have her to, but at the end of the day, she still was trying to build something with him, not knowing he still got this other girl. But when Nicole found out about the girl, she should have left him alone. But she just kept on going and going and going. And then honestly, it exploded really badly. It exploded right outside our house really badly. So it's just like, once you found out, it's up to you to leave him alone. Don't keep talking to him. You know, leave him be. Don't keep talking to him because it's just going to end up badly. And it did.
I wish I would do stuff differently. And honestly, wish I would have kept that friendship. And I feel some way because I feel like my family, not our family, but I feel like my little family members is some more. I deeply feel like on his side than my side, but I'm blood, and I just feel like y'all couldn't tell me. I think that's why I hold so much grudge and hurt because it's like no one told me, and I would have left him alone. But not everybody is like that.
Okay, well, you're right. Since most builders, real men build houses, boys play. Most men, same thing. So, you done made Ricky mad. Keep going. Look at that. But see, again, I'm gonna say this. I don't know where y'all be finding these cats at. I don't know where y'all be finding these these guys self-esteem, and they want to make sure that y'all got self-esteem just along with them. Okay, because yeah.
Hey Gary.
He said in Gary. There you go. There you go. I love my city.
Pretty much. It's like the same type of people with the men and women.
Here's the other thing too, and people hate the fact that I say this. When I go speak at schools, I ask the girls. You know, I say, look at the guys that you with. Look at the guys sitting next to you. Okay, if your man, this is what you expect. This is what you like in this guy. This is what you're gonna end up with. Okay, these guys who pants low, smoke the weed, sell the weed, don't have any ambition. Okay, but y'all lifting this dude up instead of telling them, hey, if you want to be with me,
right?
This is not what I'm supposed to be with. All right, you want to be with me, you got to change up. You know, but no, they don't do that. Especially now, I feel bad for the guys that are coming up now, the women that are coming up now. I feel bad for this new generation.
You know what? You know why it's hard for that to even happen? Because it's a shortage of men that's on the street. You know what I'm saying? Most of the men are locked up. You know what I'm saying? So the women outnumber us. What is it? 3-1, 4-1?
Yeah, and that's supposed to be the thing, but it ain't. You know, because
so when they get with somebody, they ain't trying to let them go.
They love these guys.
Again, you can. It's okay to be by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people need to realize that it's okay.
It's okay to be by yourself.
That's the bottom line. You know, Uriah says most women often go through what they go through because they haven't learned the arts of asking the right questions before they invest their emotions. It's easier to open your eyes and pay attention than it is to open their legs. 2 eyes are better than one any day, especially when the one is being clipped out. Also, Mina says, Miss Nikki, tears are really coming to my eyes and my heart goes out to you. You have been hurt and still hurting. Please get you a mentor. Change your circle. You need a mature, grown woman to be around and get all this drama out your life. I went through enough drama in my life to let you know and share with you to live. Love your baby. Stop having memory recall because I want you to move forward. Please know I'm saying this from a good place. Go after God and all the blessings he has for you. Thank you, Amina. Kim Richardson says they're all over just disguised in sheep clothing. Absolutely. They're all over. Thank you, Kim. Tell them, please preach. These guys are out here, man, and they will show you that they put that mirror up and they will show you the best things you ever had in your life. y'all seen the movies? These movies are true, man. These guys are so great. But then as soon as you do one thing, man, they show, they show them true their true selves. It's ridiculous, man. I feel sorry for all of you young women, and I feel bad for the guys too, because you guys will never know what true love is. You will never know how it feels to have that feeling of coming home to your woman, that woman, and there's no drama. You know, there's no drama. You never know those feelings. All right, it's a beautiful feeling, guys. If you're watching, it's a beautiful feeling. Amina says good night. Great chatting with all of you.
Thank you, Amina.
All right, Amina.
And yeah, we got 10 minutes left, man. So let's get it all out, y'all. And I think we're gonna have to continue this one tomorrow. It's a lot more that needs to be said. Why is everybody going dark on me? Why is everybody doing this? I'm the only one on here.
I'm on here.
Yeah, you're on here, but you're not. Chris on here, but he's not. There's a Ray on here, but she's not. Miss Nikki just got a chair.
Oh, I'm here. I was just talking to somebody. I had to mute myself. I'm here.
You were talking to me.
You're talking to Nikki. That's who you're talking to. It's all good, though. It's all good.
So I could say this. I learned, I still have some learning to do. I had to get out of my feelings about stuff.
You just let it go. You just need to let it go. It's over. It's done with.
That's what I tell her all the time. Let it go. Stop holding on to it. I mean, you could wish that you did stuff differently. Everything is just a learning lesson. We put on this earth to be taught different lessons in life, and it's what you get out of that lesson is where you move forward from.
It's an exercise in just knowing, like Uriah said, like Amina said, like everybody said, you got to know yourself. All right. And if you keep on thinking about what shoulda, coulda, woulda, that's where you're going to stay. And
exactly.
Get rid of that. Look, it's done. It's over. It's done when you got beautiful children because of it. All right. That's the good part of it. All right.
That's the best part. That's the best part of it.
I'm going to see my baby.
The other good part about it, Nikki, is that he's out of your life like that. Okay.
Exactly.
If he wants to be a part of those kids' future, okay. Look, that's their father. He needs to be there. Okay. If that's what he wants, and if that's what he you allow. Okay. But other than that, you and him, that's done. Move on. Let it go. It's over. Let it go. Because if you stay in that place of trying to figure out why did this happen to me? Why? If you stay in that place, you're gonna be in that place forever. All right, you gotta get away from it. That's all I got.
Some things are meant to be. Some things are meant to be.
I'm gonna tell you, man. We got a lot more. So Uriah, we're probably gonna be talking about the same thing, but with some variations. All right. Today was really meant to talk about long distance relationships and trust in a relationship. All right. And I see we haven't even cracked the surface of why of trust issues, of situations of trust. How do we find out, or what are the signs of mistrust? We haven't even cracked that surface. So you're right. It would be great.
And a good question to tag along with that, Greg. How do you continue on in a relationship when the trust is broken?
At what point do you get out of that? Okay, but is it the point of this man, and abuse is not just physical. This man mentally just destroys you so much that you want to kill him. You know what I'm saying? Or you do something stupid. You neglect your kids. You crying all the time. That's just ridiculous. But we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. We're gonna say that for tomorrow. All right, because and if you didn't get anything, if anybody didn't get anything out of today,
I got a lot.
You gotta understand, and I'm gonna read this. This is from Nicholas Sparks. He says, "I'm nothing special. Of this, I'm sure. I'm a common man with common thoughts, and I've led a common life. There are no monuments dedicated to me, and my name will soon be forgotten. But I've loved another with all my heart and soul, and to me, this has always been enough. If you take the time to Number one, know who you are. Number two, know the person that you are involved with. That's all you need. You know, as far as that situation goes, that's all you need. You don't need to find out, well, why this and why that and why this and why that. More like Jocelyn said, when you look for shit, you're gonna find it. All right, you're going to
Right.
find it. But don't look for something that's going to destroy your life. Okay, if this means
Y'all come on, I'm gonna get in the shower a little bit. Come on now. She is so
what happens, if you look for if you look for somebody, generally you're going to find the wrong thing. Okay, but if you allow yourself to be found, you know what I'm saying? Allow God to guide your path and allow Him to find that for you. Believe me, that's going to be long. Gina's done that. All right, because that's Robert. That's my man. Okay, I wouldn't look if I wouldn't let my sister get with nobody else, man. Okay, that's my man right there. All right, but everybody can't find that. Okay, why? Because you're going out looking, and I can guarantee you, I don't even know Gina's story with Robert, but I bet you Robert found you.
Yes, he did.
I'm just saying.
And so did, each time
They
like I
found
said,
you.
yes, it was not. And I dated, like I said, I dated before. But when I was dating, that didn't work out. Those relationships didn't work out. And when I decided, you know what, I don't want to date anymore. I'm done with the dating scene. That's when I met Robert.
Right.
I had stopped dating for over a year. I just said, you know, I need to just be by myself and just find myself and get myself in a place where I'm comfortable. And to do that, I didn't need anybody, or I didn't want anybody in my life it clouds your thoughts. You know, you have someone else that's kind of helping you make decisions, or, you know, kind of influencing your decisions. And I wanted to be solely where I'm making my own decisions. I want to think about which direction I want to go in, what I want to do. You know, that's where I was. And I'm at this party, this house party. I don't even like house music. My friends dragging me to these house parties. I'm at this picnic and I'm minding my own business, and that's when I met him.
And see, and
you know, you could say it's a love story or whatever, but it's just, I was at a point in my life where, and that's anytime, like I said, anytime. And that came after my husband of 17 years passed away. So I definitely needed to have some space by myself. I definitely needed to, grieve his death before I got into another relationship, because I didn't want to go into a relationship looking for his qualities. I wanted a relationship meeting somebody with their own qualities and not comparing them to what I had. And so I needed to take that time to have that space to clear my head, to grieve, and then to move on.
And that's what you have to do, and part of my makeup for this show is that basically I do provide some comic relief, okay? But when you said, don't get into anything unless you're ready, and don't bring that stuff with you. I mean, you're absolutely right. We have to be able to process what's going on in our lives, as opposed to just letting things continue to pile on and just continuously build and build and build and build. Because at some point, you're not going to be able to knock that negative mountain down. Exactly. That negative mountain will always be there. It's going to always be growing, and then pretty soon it's going to be impenetrable, and you can never come out of it. But I think, and like I said, none of us on here are experts. We can only talk about what we've been through and what we know helped us, what we know we've done, and what we've become. I think that, there's a vast difference between love and being in love. But the thing is, that's everybody's charge to find that out. I can tell you what it means to me. Gina can tell you what it means to her. Say what it means to her. But at the end of the day, You got to find that out on your own, okay? We've gone through and we've become better people because of it, all right?
Right.
What are you guys going to do? Are you guys
and even with that, Greg, just I hate to interrupt you, but I do want to add this before you move on. Your relationship is your relationship. You can listen to advice, but you need to take it with a grain of thought, a grain of salt, and do what's best for you. The way other people handle their situation does not mean that's the way you should.
Right.
So even though there's advice given and different things said on this show, you always have to look at what's best for you.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And if you don't, then again, shame on you. Because
right. Only you know what's best for you. Nobody else can tell you what's best for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I just love you simply, without problems, without pride. I love you in this way because I don't know any other way of loving you but this, in which there is no I or you. And it's so intimate that your hand upon my chest is my hand. So intimate that when I fall asleep, your eyes closed. Look, man, I love love. I love lust too. Don't get me wrong, but I love love. Okay, we got to get out of here, y'all. Chris. Whoa, Chris.
Mike is muted.
Well, look, I was wanted you to tell everybody about the show.
Oh, okay. This Saturday, OneNationLive.com. We're showing a rerun of the Kiki Wild concert that we did back in November. Inspired, Cherry, comedian.
Hey, Chris, you must be very far away from your mic because I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Better, yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, this Saturday, we're showing a replay of the Kiki Wild concert that we did back in November on Run Nation.
Not Thursday.
Saturday.
Okay.
This Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. On you can go to runnationlive.com. The viewing is $4.99. $4.99. And enjoy the wonderful 2-hour concert.
You spend more than that on McDonald's dollar meal.
I'm sure gonna watch it because I love me some Kiki. I sure gonna watch it.
I love her.
Comedy.
The show was awesome. I saw the show when it aired the first time. Actually, Robert and I both, we watched it together. And it was a good show. It's well worth it.
And y'all get ready. I got to start promoting too. Y'all get ready for the return of DopelivenTV, man. We got some great things that are going to come out. Okay, check out our Instagram post. There's some good things going on. And so y'all check out DopelivenTV. Don't forget Living Gear, www.dopelivengear.com. All right, and hey, that's what we're talking about tomorrow, though. More relationship stuff. Okay, let's get into it, y'all. Let's talk about it. Let's heal some people, man. If we can't heal somebody, man, let's help some people. So that's Miss Nikki, baby, right there. Yeah, there you go. That's my brother. That's Mr. Chris Mills. That's Kiki White there, but Chris Mills is in that spot. All right. There is Desiree Gurley right there. My sister, I love you so much. This is Gina Gadsden. I am Greg Gray, man. This is DopelivenTV Live. Y'all know we will be back here tomorrow, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time.
Oh, yeah.
We holla.